12 tribes denied Yah.
All praises to the Most High. Acknowledgement to the earthly mother, who is wisdom, whom some call Sophia, and our brother Yahawashah. Mishpachah, this is what the pride of an Edomite looks like. These people are so arrogant. Now, all of a sudden, they want to tell us that all 12 tribes denied Hamashiach. We know that's a lie. And they know it's a lie. See, even in their arrogance, they refuse to be quiet, listen, and learn. Now, how did all of the 12 tribes deny Hamashiach when the bulk of the northern kingdom wasn't even there? See, this is a prime example of listening to these churches and then act like you're so wise and you have intuitive thoughts to speak on something that don't, or better yet, doesn't concern them. This person is a heathen. That's why the days of giving these heathens cover under the term Gentile, that day is over. And notice how it's always the same nonsense with these heathens. Oh, you rejected them. In the same Bible, Yahawashah states that he had people that would fight for him. Well, who were they fighting? They would be fighting against Rome and the powers that be. So he had brethren and sistren who was ready to lay down their lives for him. Oh, but his own received them not. That is a New Testament, even though there's no new thing under the sun, mistranslation. Now let's go to the Odes of Solomon 42, what these heathens don't read. All right, we're going to start where it says Yahawashah speaks. And I became useless to those who knew me not, because I shall hide myself from those who possessed me not. Now, well, let me pull it over so make sure we can get it in the screen. Who possess me not, and I will be with those who love me. Now let's read further down. All my persecutors have died, and they who trusted in me sought me, because I am living. Then I arose and am with them, and will speak by their mouths, for they have rejected those who persecute them. And I threw over them the yoke of my love. So that is who we rejected. We rejected the Roman system, not Hamashiach. Now let's read further down. Like the arm of the bridegroom over the bride, so is my yoke over those who know me. And as the bridal feast is spread out by the bridal's pair home, that's only speaking about Yasharallah, not you heathens, so is my love by those who believe in me. Now, let's take a look at the next line. I was not rejected, although I was considered to be so, and I did not perish, although they thought it of me. So he is saying right here that he was not rejected. Those Catholic lies they taught you in these churches, they no longer work. They don't work anymore. But yet you heathens, you want to sit up here in your pride, even as the Most High is judging you and destroying your system, and you want to speak on matters that don't even concern you. And you can see the arrogance in her. Yahushua was murdered by Rome with the help of the Herodians and some sellout Israelites. And then our writings was taken, they were taken, perverted, and manipulated by the heathen. No, they whitewashed him, changed his name, changed his image, and then repeatedly persecuted his people. And I could bring out more from the Odes, where he said he only came for his people. And you know what? I'm going to bring that out right now. I'm going to pause this video. I'm going to go to it, and I'm going to bring it out right now. Now, let's continue in the Odes of Solomon 31, where it says, Hamashiach speaks, "Come forth, you who have been afflicted and received joy. It was you heathens doing the afflicting." So who is he speaking to? His people. You are Psalms 83. "And possess yourselves through grace, and take unto you immortal life." Let's read further down. "And they condemned me when I stood up, me who had not been condemned. Then they divide my spoil, though nothing was owed them." See, you're not getting anything. "But I endured and held my peace and was silent, that I might not be disturbed by them. But I stood undisturbed like a solid rock, which is continuously pounded by columns of waves and endures. And I bore their bitterness because of humility." And that's the same thing we have to do. We can see and hear the bitterness and the hatred in your spirit. That's why you always tell us to turn the other cheek, to be humble, to show humility. But once again, there's a time and a season for everything. Now we're standing up in great boldness and calling you devils out on your nonsense. And once again, "And I bore their bitterness because of humility, that I might save my nation," my nation, my nation, not you heathens, "and instructed." I need to pull this over just slightly so it can be seen. Now let's take a look at the next line. "And that I," so that I is Hamashiach, "and that I might not nullify the promises." You know the promises, because your love running to Paul too, who were only given to the Israelites, "and that I might not nullify the promises to the patriarchs." That's Yasharallah, "to whom I was promised for the salvation of their offspring." So salvation is only for the offspring of the patriarchs. You are a heathen. You cannot be grafted in. That's for the dispersed. Hamashiach said who he was sent for, the lost sheep, not you. You were not the offspring of the patriarchs. You've had your salvation already. You got to see the fall of the Messiah's people. Man, you heathens are really prideful. And this is exactly what I was saying earlier. All of you TikTok prophets and so-called prophetesses on here speaking sounded naive and stupid. Yeah, pretty soon the Most High is going to shut and stifle all of your tongues for still speaking against the truth. All praises to the Most High. Shalom.